guys, today I'm going to be sharing with you my fangirl favorites for October 2019. So before I do head into this video, everything that I'm about to be talking about, I'm not going to be talking about any sort of spoilers, so continue to watch freely as you wish. So let's get going. What exciting things happened to me in the month of October? Well, let's be real, not very much happened. Not too many exciting things happened in the month of October. It's been fairly boring, I think, but I do have a few little random things I guess I could share. Let's see. October, some shows have started up. Y'all know how much I love watching TV, so yay! Some shows have started back up. Like returning shows and whatnot. Supernatural, you guys, the final season of Supernatural. It's so freaking weird that this is the final season. What is this, season 15? And, you know, I always feel like I'm a Supernatural newbie because but I don't know why I feel that way though. You know, I don't know why I feel that way because when I first started watching Supernatural, I started watching at the start of season 6, because kind of right around season 6 is when I started kind of seeing things and like fan videos and stuff like that on YouTube, people making fan videos. I started seeing stuff like that and I was like, man, Supernatural must be a really cool show, it's very popular. So yeah, I started watching Supernatural like repeats because they're here in America we have a TV station called TNT, if you're not familiar with it, but they started showing like Supernatural repeats, so that's how I got caught up with Supernatural. I just spent a couple months catching up with it through repeats. I got caught up with it in time for season 6, and yeah, for some reason I feel like I'm still a Supernatural newbie, but I'm not. I've been watching since season 6, so yeah, I've been watching for like a good 10 years. You know, I've been watching the show for a good 10 years, so I'm not really a newbie anymore, but it still feels like I am for some reason, because I wasn't there from the very beginning. But yeah, this is the final season of Supernatural. It's kind of weird. It's like it doesn't seem like I've been watching it for that long, you know. So it's gonna be strange when Supernatural does end. Like, what's gonna fill that void, you know? As far as some new shows that have started up, since it is the fall season, and there's the new shows as well besides just returning shows. I've been watching a new show on Fox called Prodigal Son. It stars Tom Payne, who you may recognize if you watched like The Walking Dead. He was on that. And then yeah, Michael Sheen. Who doesn't love Michael Sheen? Oh my god. So yeah, Prodigal Son, Tom Payne, Michael Sheen. It is freaking awesome. Yeah guys, it is so good. If you're not sure what Prodigal Son is about, it's about Tom Payne's character. He's actually the son of Michael Sheen's character, who is a notorious serial killer. So that's kind of what the big bulk of the show is about. It's kind of this father-son dynamic, and kind of the whole question of, you know, like the sins of the father and all of that. And yeah, is Tom Payne's character, is he kind of bound to be crazy like his father? Is he gonna wind up being a serial killer? So that it poses a lot of psychological questions and issues, you know. Will the son turn out like the father and whatnot? And yeah, Tom Payne's character, he's kind of working some crime cases and some serial killer cases, and he kind of realizes he needs the help of dear old dad to help him, because who better to kind of get into another serial killer's head than another serial killer, you know, if that makes sense. So yeah, Prodigal Son is like super awesome. Yeah guys, it is really good. If you've seen things like The Following had like Kevin Bacon and James Purefoy, The Prodigal Son definitely really heavily reminds me of something like The Following. And yeah, even Hannibal, the Hannibal adaptation that was out a couple years ago that had Hugh Dancy and Mads Mikkelsen. Yeah, if you like The Following and Hannibal, Prodigal Son is very much kind of in that similar sort of vein, you know, getting into the mind of like a serial killer and whatnot. And I love that sort of thing. It's dark and creepy, but it's like I like it at the same time, you know, because it's fascinating. It's absolutely fascinating and interesting. So yeah, if you've not been watching Prodigal Son, you're not too late. It's only been on for like, I think it's maybe had about 5 episodes or so by now, I want to say. So yeah, jump on board. It's really, really good. Give it a shot. So besides TV shows, a couple random movies. I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about movies. I mentioned in my last Fangirl favorites that I was heading out that day, the day that I was filming for last month's Fangirl favorites. I was mentioning, oh, I'm about to go out and go see the Downton Abbey movie. So yeah, I figured this month I'll talk about the Downton Abbey movie. I did see it. I'm glad U.S. theaters got it, because I wasn't sure if it would be, you know, in throughout the entire United States, or if certain states would get it. Because I was thinking like California and New York would probably get it, but like where I live, I was like, we're not going to get the Downton Abbey movie. So yeah, I was surprised that Downton Abbey kind of had a it was released widely here in the US, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I loved the Downton Abbey movie, you guys. It was so good. It's delightful, you know. Downton Abbey is just one of those shows. It's absolutely delightful and just kind of pure fluff sometimes, and I just love it, you know. I love it. I love being in that world with the characters especially. I was sitting there watching the movie and I was like, man, I can't believe how much I miss these characters, you know, because it's been several years since that final season aired. And yeah, it was just so fun. It was just so fun. I was having such a great time. I was laughing. There was a couple times I was like, oh, I want to cry. And I'm hoping Downton Abbey, since because it did pretty well here in the US, I'm kind of hoping they might make a trilogy of movies. Because I've always kind of felt that Downton Abbey, the perfect conclusion for that world, for that universe, for those characters, I've always felt like the perfect conclusion would be to lead up and end with World War II. Because, you know, season one started right there, what, in 1912? Because it opened with the sinking of the Titanic, didn't it? So it started right there with the sinking of the Titanic, 1912, and then yes, season 1 ended with the coming of World War One. So I've always kind of felt like a great, fantastic conclusion for just the whole universe of Downton Abbey would be World War II, because I think there's a lot of great storytelling potential there, and yeah, all of the main characters have had children at some point, so yeah, their children would be a part of the war most likely, so we could possibly lose some beloved characters, you know. So yeah, does anybody else feel that way? Does anybody else feel like a trio of movies would be great for Downton Abbey and kind of end and conclude with World War II? Just, you know, kind of just the messages and themes of Downton Abbey, because Downton Abbey has always been about, you know, kind of the fall of the aristocracy in some ways, the fall of these big grand estates, and yeah, we don't have things like that anymore in our modern society. You know, people don't really sit and live in big huge mansions like they used to back in the day, and people don't sit and have household servants and a staff like that anymore. It's like, it's very rare the people that do live that way still, you know, it's very rare people who do still live that way, because yeah, other than that, we don't live that way anymore, because that used to be a big thing long ago. So yeah, World War II is kind of, it's kind of the end of an era, you know. When World War II ends, it's the end of an era, it's an end of a certain type of lifestyle, it's an end of a certain type of thinking as we're heading into the modern age and whatnot. So yeah, World War II for Downton Abbey, to get to that point, I think that'd be a great conclusion. I think, me, long-winded, I'm sitting here explaining, it's very long-winded what I'm saying, but that's what I'm trying to get to. So yeah, as far as other movies, other than me loving Downton Abbey, you guys, I did get around to the latest Maleficent movie. Got my Maleficent t-shirt on. I'm not going to sit here and talk about Maleficent 2, very much, because me and my sister, we're going to be doing a Disney Rewind talking about Maleficent 2, so if you want to hear our thoughts and feelings, stay tuned. Sometime throughout the month of November we will have a review for Maleficent 2. I guess right now, I liked it. I liked Maleficent 2. I think it was better than the first one, to be quite honest, because I wasn't really a big fan of the first one. So yeah, stay tuned for our thoughts and feelings on Melissa too. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I think what I'm going to conclude this video with are some Funko Pops, like I usually do. Let's start off with some Harry Potter Funko Pops. The Harry Potter Pops, I'm loving all of the Harry Potter Funko Pops, you guys. They just keep coming out with more and more people and characters. I'm getting so thrilled and excited. But yeah, they came out with a Victor Crumb, finally. And yeah, he's in his Yule Ball outfit. I love it. Finally, a Professor Trelawney. I love the design of this as well, with her glasses, and you know how in the movie her eyes look just huge in the movie. I love this. Looks just like Emma Thompson, how she was playing her. And this is one of my favorites. This is Filch with his cat, Mrs. Norris. That is too adorable. It's just absolutely perfect. I love that. Mrs. Norris, and she has little red eyes and everything. And then last up for Harry Potter, we got Rita Skeeter here. This is just really great. Seriously, look at all that detail. Look at the detail in her hair and her clothing. Just everything really fantastic. And there were another batch of Game of Thrones pops that were released, so I have a couple here. They came out with another brand. They have a brand that they released a couple years ago, but that one has a slightly different design. But yeah, they came out with another one, a brand. Finally, a Missandei pop, you guys. I've been waiting for a Missandei. And look at this. Look at all that detail. Once again, that detail with her hair and everything, just so perfect. And my favorite, Theon Greyjoy. I've been waiting for a Theon pop for, like, ever. Yeah, guys. Since they were making Game of Thrones pops, I was like, where's Theon? It took them forever to make Theon, but he finally came out. Here he is. Yeah, love the detail. And I do believe that is it for my fangirl favorites for this month, you guys. Like I said, just not too terribly much. In the comments below, what have you guys fangirled or fanboyed about? It can be absolutely anything. You want to talk about TV shows, movies, music, video games, just anything that floats your boat. Just share with me down below. So that's it for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you like this video, you may like these other videos. Bye, guys.